In this video, we are going to talk about what to do when a red light won't change. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. You pull up to a four-way stop and the light is red. No big deal. You take this opportunity to change the radio station. Pick a poppy seed out of your teeth from your morning bagel and wait. You've been here through half of a song already. Oh no, you realize. The light is stuck on red. Can you go through? Can you turn right? Can you turn left, which is really the way you need to go? There are cars behind you now. Can they rat you out or will they go along with your law-breaking ways? Most importantly, what's the safe move and is it the same as the legal move? So many questions. If the lights are working properly in the other direction and cross traffic is still flowing in front of you, then the electromagnetic sensors embedded in the pavement most likely haven't recognized your car at the light. Those sensors often extend back a bit to detect when multiple cars are waiting. So if you're the only car at the light, that could be the issue. Usually you can see the lines in the pavement where the sensors are located. If you are the only car at the light, back up and drive over the sensors again. Engineers say it's worth a try at least. If that doesn't work and you decide you've waited long enough, and you're sure there aren't any other vehicles around, you can chance it and run the red light. But be aware, if you decide to be this daring, you can be pulled over and cited by an officer. If that happens, your best chance is to explain what happened. The officer may check out the light himself and see that you're correct, or he may find that you were impatient and write up that ticket anyway. However, if cross-traffic isn't flowing either, both lights are probably malfunctioning. But in this case, it's more likely that the lights will be flashing or completely dark, and then you should treat it as a four-way stop. But what if you're on a two-wheeled vehicle? Motorcycles and mopeds run across this problem far more often, as sensors are usually set to detect four-wheeled, 2-ton, 1.8 metric ton vehicles. You've got a couple of choices here. You can look for the loops embedded in the road and roll back and forth over them and try to trigger the light's sensor. Or you can sit and hope that a heavier, easy-to-detect car comes up behind you and does it. Those loops are electromagnetic, so strapping a powerful magnet to the underside of your motorcycle or moped might help trip those sensors. Maybe. Of course, if you find it's the same light that's getting you stuck every time you ride to work, find another route with stoplights that are less persnickety. A pleasant drive can quickly turn frustrating if you get stuck at a red light that just doesn't seem to be changing. No matter how long you sit there, nothing you do is bringing on the green. However, it turns out that there is something that can make certain lights turn green. Many traffic signals have sensors on top of the lights. They look like cameras but use light and infrared to tell the signal when it's time to change. Sometimes they can get clouded over with dust and dirt though, causing a light to get stuck, but there is a secret hack to fix it from your vehicle. Most people think that the trick is slowly inching your car forward, but that doesn't do it. And since lights don't have ears, honking your horn is useless. Because the sensor uses light to change, you can use your lights to change it. That's right, by flashing your high beams, you can make certain lights go from red to green. The radiance and heat of your brights might be enough to break through the dirt on a sensor so that it recognizes your car and activates. A few things to remember, though: the trick only works on lights that have the sensor on top of them. And it won't happen if your light just turned red. But if it hasn't changed for a bit, give it a shot. Just keep in mind that when you do, people around you are going to think you are trying to signal something to them and might be confused. Of course, if it works and the light changes, you won't be seeing those people much longer since you'll finally be on your way. The general rule for a four-way stop is that the first vehicle to arrive at the intersection has the right of way. If you arrive first or are the only car, you may proceed through the intersection after stopping. If more than one vehicle arrives simultaneously, the person on the right has the right of way. Allow that driver to proceed, then take your turn. Be sure to watch the cars coming in the opposite direction, as well in case one will be making a left turn in front of you. Regardless of your confidence that you have the right of way, it is always wise to proceed with extreme caution. Other drivers may be distracted. They may not know the right-of-way rules. Be sure other vehicles present are stopped before proceeding into the intersection. It is far better to wait a little longer for your turn than to be part of a T-bone accident. Traffic signal blackout. Sometimes a traffic light is or appears to be fully blacked out when you approach. In this case, treat the intersection as a four-way stop as described earlier. Be careful in case the other signals that you cannot see are not blacked out, and other drivers coming from different directions have the right of way. Make sure that the other cars have come to a full stop before proceeding into the intersection. Unresponsive or phase-skipping signal. Periodically, a driver will sit at a signal and realize that his turn has been skipped by the signal. Sometimes the signal will right itself after a few turns. Other times, a signal may stay stuck at red. Fortunately, a stuck signal is not very common. There are several reasons that these issues might occur. The tools that are used to monitor traffic may not be sensing your vehicle. If the signal is timed, the timing may need to be adjusted for the time of day or new patterns of traffic. The weather may be preventing cameras or other equipment from seeing your vehicle. When your turn is being skipped, sit patiently and wait until the signal gets to you. It can be frustrating, but the signal will most likely come back to your turn. The situation is harder when the signal is stuck on red. There is no legal reason to run a red light aside from the express consent of a law enforcement officer or authorized traffic director. If you choose to proceed despite the red light, you run the risk of receiving a citation. In court, you can attempt to explain to the judge why you chose to run the light, but it will be at the judge's discretion whether or not your ticket stands. If you are truly stuck, your best option is to use your right turn signal and get over to the right. When possible, make a right turn and use an alternate route that allows you to abide by all traffic laws and safely arrive at your destination. What else can I do? When a traffic signal isn't working properly, a driver can and should report it. Sometimes the problem is not known by law enforcement or maintenance teams. Reporting the issue will get it corrected, making the intersection safer and easier to use. You can report the problem to the city or county's public works or transportation department. This can be done by a call or, in some cases, online. You can also call the non-emergency number for the local police. Do not call 911 unless the signal malfunction is causing a hazard, such as if the signal is indicating a green light for intersecting lanes of traffic. When you call, be sure to clearly state what the issue is. Exempli grasha, the signal is flashing. A signal bulb is burned out. The signal does not appear to be cycling correctly. Also provide the street and cross streets where the problem is occurring, as well as the day and time you observed the issue. You can also explain any extenuating issues, such as severely backed up traffic or unsafe driving resulting from the malfunction. Malfunctioning traffic signals can be stressful and sometimes inconvenient. If something needs to be assessed or repaired, go ahead and make a call to report it. Most importantly, always pay attention and drive safely. By focusing on your driving and knowing the rules of the road, you're doing your part to help keep the roads safe. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.